everybody, I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Yeah.
And welcome to our preview of Fit to Print, published by Flatout Games.
Now, family, you know Flatout Games, they have given us some great games. Point Salad, Calico, and the incredible Cascadia. But now they bring us Fit to Print. Now, family, this is a prototype, so things will change, definitely. Now, family, this is coming to Kickstarter very, very soon. But also, like every preview we've done, don't take a word for it. Check it out. See if your family like it, if your game group will like it, if you'll like it. So definitely check it out. Now, we're going to hear from Starla about the overview and gameplay.
Thistleville is the world's most bustling little town. It's a challenge to keep up with everything going on. As an editor at one of the local newspapers, it's your job to help the creatures of Thistleville tell their stories by creating the best newspaper in town. Grab the big stories before the other papers get a chance, and make sure you get the right photos too. A newspaper is a business, so money has to come from somewhere, so don't forget the ads. After you've picked out a combination of stories, photos, and ads, it's time to lay out the front page. Players earn points by laying out their newspaper with articles and photos, and keep the business running by maintaining ad revenue. At the end of 3 rounds or days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the player with the lowest ad revenue goes out of business, and the remaining player with the highest score wins. Now, in a 2-player game, if one player has more than $5 less ad revenue than the other player, they receive a 10-point penalty. All right, Fit to Print.
All right, so now this is the deal, family. You have to do 2 phases in this game. You're gonna have to do the reporting phase when you get these articles and stuff that's in the center of the table, and cool little tiles too, really cool little tiles.
And that's fast and furious.
And then you also gotta do the layout phase where you have like a little, you know, like this is your newspaper right here, like you're seeing it. This was mine, the chestnut press, and it's also folds. And you know, you have to put all the little articles and stuff on this paper. Now, you have to do both of those in a timed session. And I mean time.
Yes.
Now they have 3 different, you know, modes of time that you got to go through. The first one is frantic at 3 minutes. The second one is standard at 4 minutes, and then you have the relaxed at 5 minutes. Now we had to use the 5 minutes because we had to be relaxed, and it wasn't relaxed.
No, it was not.
It was frantic there. So I don't even know what 3 minutes is gonna be.
I would even try 3 minutes
because family, you have to go.
Trying to pick all these different articles and photos and ad revenue.
Yeah.
And you only have 5 minutes to do that
To do
and
all
lay
that.
it out.
Yeah. And I mean, you had to go. But let me tell you, it's almost like, you know, you had to, you know, like the beginning says, the overview says, you're trying to move fast. You're trying to get things done. You have reports that you got to get in. You got photos you got to take. You got to put all this in the paper for the Friday.
You gotta make money.
Yes, and for the Friday and Saturday and Sunday paper. Then what's so crazy about it? Your Friday paper's small, then your Saturday paper's a little bit bigger, and then your Sunday's really big.
Yes.
And you think, you know, Sunday's gonna be big. It takes all 5 minutes to try to get that thing taken care of.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa. So it is a very interesting. And boy, it's kind of exciting in a little way.
It's exciting.
Because it gets you going.
Yeah, because of the time limits they put on. But then, you know, they've got these different papers you can have.
Yeah.
Now, my paper was the Prairie Courier.
Yes.
And I just thought it was an interesting name. That's why I went with it. And it had little bees on it, so it's got little artwork on it. You know, so they have different names like the Babbling Brook and the Evening Hoot and the Understory. So there are a whole bunch of different names you can pick to have for your paper.
Now you really wanted that one because it had a little green in it. Because you asked me, Mick, do they have a green paper? I said, what green paper they gonna have?
No.
What green paper?
But it had the bees and stuff on it.
So you took it because it had some grass. It had green.
And bees.
It had some green.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I worked hard for my paper. I worked hard to get articles and photos, and you have the criteria. So when you're picking these things, not only do you just pick it to make it fit and think about ad revenue, then you have to have a mood for your paper.
Your mood,
and the mood has to balance.
Yes.
So you're gonna have some articles that have a bad mood,
yes,
some that have a good mood,
yes,
and at the end when you score it all up, those two have to balance, or
Yes.
you're going to get some negative points.
Yes, it's almost like different because if you have like 5, bad articles, sad articles, and then maybe like 2 happy articles, that's
You're
what
gonna get a
that's
negative.
-3 points.
Yeah,
negative 3 points.
So there's so
Yeah.
many different things you have to think
Yes.
about when you're putting this paper together, when you're doing your layout.
And then you have that center tile that you always get. You always get a center tile that you have to cover up this little star right here. You get one big center tile that gives you like extra, kind of like extra things that you can
That
get
you can
points
do.
for and things like that. So it's really cool. And then it helps you, helps you out in like breaking the rules just a little bit for you.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Like in this one, you can't put photos together or you can't put the same articles because the articles are in different colors. And
They have different things like news or some type of business.
Yeah, and you can't put those together, but then sometimes the center tiles let you put photos together and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
So interesting. And one of the things that comes with this game, you get a 3D desk.
Yes.
Because you're a reporter.
Yes, you're a
And
reporter.
you have to have a reporter's desk, right?
Yes, you gotta have a reporter's desk.
So everybody has their own desk, and you get a chance to pick, and each desk has something unique
That's really
on
cool.
it, like a sandwich or a piece of pie.
Yes.
They went all out with the artwork on top of the desk and everything to make it interesting.
I had the one with the pie.
Yes,
pie.
you did.
Yes, I did.
And I went with the sandwich.
Yes, you did. Now, also they have some advanced setup rules where, if you get a little bit familiar about what's going on, they have some things that you can kind of add in that makes it a little bit more, challenging. And then also they have other variations to the game. And they're going to have solo, a puzzle mode, a family mode, and also a turn-based mode if you don't want to do all the frantic craziness with a timer. So it's going to be a lot of different ways you can play this game. So I really, I can't wait for the final production of this. I
We're
really
really
can't.
eager to see the final production because we were working with the prototype.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Because this is actually kind of a very strategic party game.
It
in a
is.
way.
In a way it is.
And I
Yeah.
like that. A lot of people can come together and play, and boy, it's going to be something else, I tell you. It's going to be something else. Trying to reach in and try to get all the articles and photos and stuff like that. It's going to be
Exactly.
something else. So
That's pretty much it. That's it.
That's it. So, family, we play with a prototype, and this is coming to Kickstarter very, very soon. So, definitely check it out. But remember, don't take a word for it. Check it out yourself. So, now, Starla, where can they find OFPG all out here in this little old town that's very interesting, and we're trying to do their newspaper? What's going on?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yeah.
you can find us on Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram,
Yep.
Twitter,
Yep.
and right here on YouTube.
Right here. So, family, thank you for coming out and checking out this preview of Fit to Print from Flatout Games. And definitely keep with the questions and comments and all that. But remember one thing, and I really want you to remember this always. We love you. Bye.
Bye.